Hey everybody, Wisdom here, a little after 3 a.m. Just introduced Mega Ram Spyro. As alluded to there, these are going to start to pick up in pace. That was kind of my explanation on what to expect, what we're going to see, why we're doing things the way I'm doing them, etc. So if you have any questions, refer to that video. It covers them there. What we're going to do now, this is basically redundant on Mega Ram Spyro, but like I said, some of you might be specifically interested in Mega Ram Spyro. Others are probably just going to be interested in Dark Spyro, so I try to make the standalone videos cover everyone. That said, Dark Spyro, in terms of Swap Force, available only in the Dark Edition Starter Pack. That's, of course, exclusive to GameStop here in the US. Currently sold out. They have been sold out pretty much since the week of launch. I've talked to the employees there, including the manager that usually has good information. They said that was basically it. That could change. Who knows? We might see them in February. In terms of what they know, they've not been given any word they're going to come back. Currently, the only two consoles that's available on would be the Xbox 360 and the Wii. I've been kind of keeping tabs on that. The good news is, if you really want them and you passed up the first time, you can actually buy that Dark Edition, keep the characters, sell the game, sell the portal, whatever you need to do to justify it. Smart thing to do again, though, is just get it when it came out. So, that said, it is Dark Spyro. That's technically his name. We'll throw him on the portal here for you, let you see it. I will probably refer to him as Dark Mega Ram Spyro, or Series 3 Dark, something along those lines. Reason for that, back in the SSA days on the Nintendo 3DS, we had Dark Spyro. We've had Series 1 Spyro and the starter pack of SSA, then Dark Spyro and the 3DS starter pack, then Legendary Spyro, SSA triple pack at Toys R Us. Then in Giants, we of course had Series 2 Spyro. He's had a couple of chase variants, nothing you have to worry about. And then now in Swap Force, a lot of people had beef with him coming out so late in Giants. They said he should have been available at the start. I think Activision paid note there to the fan sentiments and kind of got him out at launch for us here in Swap Force, not only in his Series 3 Mega Ram pose, but also in Series 3 form in the Dark Edition. So that's what we're going to take a look at. We'll back out here. Again, obviously, this is Spyro. If it looks dark, it's because it is dark, but he is purple. Let me try to get him in light here. You can kind of see him a little bit better right there. I'll come here onto the wood. We will pull Mega Ram Spyro, and this way you can see the title slide, if you will, for Dark Spyro. Again, Dark Spyro special. No mention of Mega Ram, nothing crazy. That actually got me a new accolade there. That's awesome. I think my nephew and I used him a little bit in battle mode. I can't really remember. This may be his first time on the portal. Not sure where the 60 coins came from, but here he is, kind of illuminated as best we can. He is dark. If you see the 310 and think, oh, that's awesome, the Dark Edition characters do have better stats. No, this is recorded on a Wednesday, even though it's technically Tuesday night, it's Wednesday for everyone else. Plus 30 max health is just kind of like the gimme the game gives to the player. His base health is 280, that's what Dark Spyro has. We're going to go ahead and actually take a look at those stats. I'll bring you into this screen here. Alright, there it gives you a fairly good look. I mean, it's not a great look, it's kind of washed out, but you can tell he's black with the silver horns instead of purple and gold. So, 310, again, you see that plus 30 there, that's again because of the Wednesday bonus. He doesn't have a hat on, it's just straight up, that's what it is. Speed is 50, same as Mega Ram Spyro. Armor 18, critical hit 6, again, all the stats exactly the same. Kind of a little disappointing to me. Personally. Elemental power, you can see he actually registers as a standalone character apparently, because it's given us a plus 7. So that's somewhat interesting. A lot of the characters, I don't think Dark Stealth Elf counted separately. Pretty sure they all still were registering like at 32. So I'll investigate that. But bottom line, even though they look cool, even though they do register special and show up different in-game stats, sadly, exactly this. I was looking for something a little special there. Not necessarily on the health, I wouldn't want that, but, maybe a slight armor bump on Dark Spyro, maybe a speed bump on Dark Stealth, or something, to give the, proverbial nod to. Didn't get it, but still pretty cool. Let's take a look now at his upgrades. Base attacks, I'll showcase these to you at the end of the video. I do try to make these slightly different since they are somewhat redundant when we have double the characters. Flame Ball, press Y to breathe flame balls of fire at your enemies. Charge, press and hold A to lower your horns and charge forward, knocking over anything on your way. Hold your base 2 again, primary and secondary. Now we come in here and we've actually upgrading the primary. Long range raise, flame ball attacks travel further. Second purchased upgrade is his tertiary power, if you will, Spyro's Flight. Press X to fly, increase speed and resistance while flying. Now we're going to upgrade the secondary attack, Sprint Charge, can perform charge attack for increased distance. And last purchased upgrade before the pass, Triple Flame Balls, shoot 3 flame balls at once. Now, something of note here, same thing with pretty much every character, but we'll just say Ninja Stealth Elf, Dark Stealth Elf, since we just introduced those two last time around. This is all showcased with regular Spyro. Dark Spyro obviously shows up different in the game, not on the menus. Just would have taken more time, I guess, but it is what it is. Now, my plans, having 2 Spyros essentially in Swap Force. Both of them, again, you should know, I'm particularly interested in taking characters that highlight certain aspects of their abilities down that path. Mega Ram Spyro, as you might guess, would be more inclined to go down this bottom path, which is Blitz Spyro. Basically, it addresses primarily, his secondary attack. I am actually going to take Series 3 Mega Ram Spyro down Blitz Spyro, but since I prefer the top path, Sheepburner Spyro, better, I'm going to let Dark Spyro, or Dark Mega Ram Spyro as I prefer to call him, go down this path. It begins with Fire Shield. A Fire Shield appears when using the Flame Ball attack. Then we've got Exploding Fire Blast. Flame balls do extra damage and the middle one explodes. Then we've got the Daybringer Flame. Hold Y to charge up the Flame Ball attack for maximum damage. Now, if you're more inclined to say, hey, what he said makes sense, the horns go tie in with the bottom path, I'm going to do Blitz Spyro. This is what you'd be getting into. Stun Charge. Enemies hit by a charge attack become stunned. Comet Dash. Charge attack does increased damage. This is really the big one, and what I think it's modeled after. Ibex Wrath Charge. Charge longer to do extra damage. Soul Gem. Same thing, since SSA. This power gives Spyro a new flight. Press A while flying to Dive Bomb. Brand new, exclusive to the Series 3 Spyro, regardless if he's Dark or Mega Ram, is going to be the Wow Pow Head Start. Summon a magic worm ally at the end of your charge and send it after your enemies. This should be pretty interesting. I kind of elaborated more on it in the Mega Ram Spyro video, but if it's Dark or Mega Ram, whichever it may be, you're on the fence. The pose doesn't really sell you don't have to have it. In-game, this is the selling point, the marketing, the big hit, the reason you'd get him. It's the new Wow Pow, so looking forward to seeing how that one works out. Looks like it might be one of those freakishly large damage ones, so we'll keep a tab on that. Gonna come in now to quests. Basically, the first 6 generic, even though that bottom 6 one has the Magic Elemental logo, it's the 7,500 damage, not a big deal. It's really the back 3 on each character you want to focus on. Bad Guy Basher, defeat 1,000 enemies. Fruit Frontiersman, eat 15 fruits in story levels or arenas, that makes it super easy. Flawless Challenger, complete a non-story mode level with full health. True Gladiator, win 10 PvP matches. We have actually used him there. That's probably where he got his coinage. So. Totally maxed out. I'm a big fan of this one. Reach level 20 and purchase all upgrades for this Skylander. And that gives you incentive to actually use the character. A lot of people blow some off because they don't like their base attacks or their first purchase ones. Lots of things can change if you fully explore a character. Always keep that in mind. Elementalist, again, to me, this should just be a standard trophy because every character has it. Deals 7,500 elemental damage. Now, the true magic specific ones. Puzzle power. Push a laser beam puzzle to defeat an enemy. Shouldn't be too hard. Mainly just gotta remember to use a magic character, really. Mage rivalry. Defeat a total of 25 ranged Cyclops. This one here, the big one that takes up the 2 boxes with the crown, that is Spyro's specific challenge. It's called Full Charge. Collect 3 gold, eat 1 food item, and defeat 2 enemies in 1 sprint charge. Really not as hard as it sounds, particularly if you take Blitz Spyro. It's one of those things you just have to A, think about it, B, line it up, and then C, do it. And I think you'll find if you're actually trying to do it, it won't be very difficult. So we will leave it at that. We're going to back out of here and go back to the screen. Going to actually showcase his powers. Now we'll go ahead and we'll start with his charge attack. As you can see, deals 22 damage. He moves around a little bit quicker. What's the range on it, you say? Let's start here at the bounce or teleporter deal. And we're going to just hold down A and see how far he goes. Not very far. Again, that's why it's addressed in the upgrades for you. Now, his primary attack, which is the Y button, 42. That is a really, really solid, base attack, if you will. That might have been a 63, I think. Yeah, so 42 to 63, you get the idea. In terms of a starter pack character, can't get much better than that. Also, he's got the sinister look. He's in dark form. He's controlling the chaos, if you will. So, got to give props for that. But that is essentially Dark Spyro, or again, as I'll probably refer to him for you, Series 3 Dark or Dark Mega Ram Spyro. I really wish personally it would have just been Dark Mega Ram Spyro, Dark Ninja Stealth Elf. That just kind of helps distinguish him. Say, next game, Slobbertooth gets a Lockjaw Slobbertooth, an adjective before his name, and another dark character, make that be Dark Lockjaw Slobbertooth. I just like keeping kind of the adjectives in there to distinguish them, but that's just me. That said, as mentioned, I'm going to probably breeze through these. This one's a bit longer than my target of 10 to 12 minutes. Technically still in the 12, but I'll ramble on into the 13 range, I'm sure. We'll put a little bit more emphasis, of course, on like the Newlanders, the Slobbertooths of the world, if you will, which he's coming up next, by the way. Stay tuned for that. The Swappers, Free Ranger, Boomjet, etc. I keep wanting to call him Jet Rocket. I don't know why. But anyway, my thing, again, this will probably be the little... I guess I'll mention it every time, maybe. But the reason I'm not doing the solo survival deal as planned, it takes a long time, run a risk of dropping frames, doesn't really showcase us much. You basically would see the damage numbers for the primary and secondary attack, and I can do that here in a fraction of the time and really actually focus on that, not frantically have to try to accomplish something. So that said, by me keeping these shorter, it means that I can get the introductions done faster and then actually use these guys in gameplay. So that's kind of my logic there. So that said, this was the introduction of Dark Spyro, or again, Dark Mega Ram Spyro, Series 3 Spyro Dark Edition Starter Pack exclusive, whatever you need to call him. I'm a big fan of it. Personally, for me, the legendaries, the darks, those are what I really like. Now we've kind of got, easier access to like the Jade. Looks like this time around we've got Nitros. I kind of go for like the special version of the character when possible. So, but the dark ones really, that and the legendaries for me are kind of, where it's at. It's to me like the high point, the pedigree, top of the line Skylander, if you will. So, that said, I'm going to quit rambling. We're going to introduce one of my, so far I've really enjoyed him. Again, I'm a big Earth Element guy. You should know that by now. And going to go ahead and get to introduce Slobbertooth. and then we'll come back and introduce Dark Slobbertooth, so I'm excited about that. That said, thank you for watching. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Be sure to check out the blog, oneofwisdom.com. This one went over the 10 to 12. We might make that 10 to 15ish range just to be safe, but it'll be a little shorter, get done quicker, get into the gameplay. So, as always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you back here as we introduce Slobbertooth.